Good morning, and thank you for allowing me to come into your home to read one of our wonderful stories from our Growing in God's Love story Bible. This story today is entitled God Tugs at Rebekah's Heart. It's based on Genesis chapter 24, verses 1 through 67. How do you welcome a guest to your home? Do you invite them to sit down? Do you offer something to drink or eat? Listen for how Rebekah and her family welcomed a stranger. Rebekah lived with her family in a city. Each night before dinner, it was her job to get water from the city well. One night, Rebekah went to the well with other women from the city. She carried her big water jar on her shoulders. After she filled her jar with water, she saw a stranger praying to God. The man looked up from his prayer and saw Rebekah. "Please," he asked, "may I have a sip of your water?" "Of course," said Rebekah kindly. "Drink all you want, and I will go and get water for your camels too." Rebekah ran back to the well. She filled her jar again and again until every animal had water. Then Rebekah invited the stranger to join her family for dinner. Before they ate, the man said, "I have something amazing to tell you. I work for a man called Abraham. He is part of your family. Abraham and his wife Sarah follow God far from here. When they were very old, they had a baby named Isaac. Now Isaac is all grown up, and Abraham sent me here to find someone for Isaac to marry. I was asking God for his help at the well. That's when I saw Rebekah. I know that she is the one for Isaac." Rebekah's family thought about how far away Rebekah would be if she agreed to marry Isaac. But Rebekah's family felt God tugging on their hearts. They agreed that God was calling Rebekah to marry Isaac. The man begged for family to send Rebekah with him the very next day. Rebekah's family said, "This is a big decision, and only Rebekah can decide." So they called Rebekah and asked her, "Do you want to go with this man? Do you want to marry Isaac?" Well, Rebekah thought about the journey she would take. Rebekah wondered what the man called Isaac was like. But Rebekah felt God tugging at her heart. She said, "Yes, I will go." Early that morning, Rebekah began her long journey to her new home. She was riding a camel when she saw a man walking in the field. "Who is that man?" she asked. "That man is Isaac. The man who worked for Abraham introduced Rebekah to Isaac. Then he told Isaac everything that had happened. Isaac married Rebekah, and he loved her. Rebekah was glad God had tugged on her heart. She loved Isaac. They comforted each other when they were sad. They cared for each other as they grew old. What a wonderful story. A very romantic story, if you will, about the very funny ways that love can happen to someone. But you know, if God is in it, you can rest assured that it's going to be something wonderful. So let's look at our questions here for discussion. Here, how does God talk to us without using words? Just think about that. C, how did Rebekah's family welcome the man who worked for Abraham? And act. Talk with your family about inviting someone to eat with you. What will you need to do to get ready for your guest? It's been a pleasure reading this story. I hope that you got something from it, and I hope you discuss our questions together with your family, and you have a blessed day. God bless you.